Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Adai Miniatures, and today is 15th of December. And like every year, or every month right now, Diecast Mafia did issue a challenge to build a Santa's hot rod. So a Santa themed hot rod, which I'm gonna be honest, I have to look up the definition of a hot rod. I know how they look, but I was just wondering if any car can technically be a hot rod. Yeah. And just by looking at the definition, technically yes. So we're gonna be working with this something. I have no clue what make of a car it is. It's pretending to be a Cadillac, yeah. But yep, there is no description on the bottom, and I just pulled it from the box of crappy cars. But this way it started as a crappy car doesn't mean they'd have to finish as a crappy car. So what is the idea for this build? We're gonna be building a post-apocalyptic Santa, yeah? And my inspiration is something along the line of a Santa from a Futurama. But my Santa, in opposition to Futurama Santa, gonna be still delivering presents. They might be grenades, single bullets, without casings, and stuff like that, but he's still gonna be delivering presents to everyone in the post-apocalyptic world. So without further ado, let's just get on the table and start building. This hot rod, well, I don't like how flimsy the wheels are. They are just all over the place. Yeah, they are moving, so we need to get rid of them. And I'm not planning, actually, this could be disassembled very easily. I didn't think that they are actually screws in here. Yeah, so we're just gonna take out those wheels without breaking them up, because I was thinking about cutting them out, but it's easier to just take them out. Come on. So we got rid of the infuriatingly bad wheels. Now it's gonna be a problem probably to assemble this back. Is it right? Yes, it is. Now is it front? No, it isn't. This is a front. Okay. So yeah, I didn't like those wheels, and I prepared already a 3D printed ones. There we go. So it is without wheels. What we're gonna do? We're gonna put a bigger, more powerful engine on top of it, because that's the definition of the hot rod. Something with the modified engine. So let's just do a little bit of sanding to get a better grip. Sorry for shaking the entire table. It's just this table right now is a disaster. I'm working on a couple of builds. A quick sneak peek, something like that. Yep, coming up next week. And yes, I have pretty much everything and anything that could be found in here on the desk. Oh, for the love of me, nope, this super glue is gone. Yep, but thanks God the super glue is back into the, what do you call them, pound shops, so it's back easy to obtain it. But there was a time when super glue was very hard to get, which is weird because it is a cheapo super glue. But yeah, we're gonna just plant the engine in here. That's gonna basically just excuse us to have the part of a hot rod in the description of the video. Yep, because yes, apparently hot rod is only just a modified, more powerful engine for the car to move faster technically. So yep, I'm using technicalities because I'm gonna be honest, I was overthinking this video for days, and I was just like, what I want to build. I have a Polish Warsaw actually ready to be converted. That's a Polish Warsaw, if anyone is interested. It was a fairly good car. I actually like riding in one of those. Yeah, but I was thinking about making it cabrio, and yeah. But back to this one. Yeah. So we are just putting smaller wheels on the front, and we're gonna put bigger wheels on the back, so the car gonna be a little bit lifted. And I'm not extremely keen on putting those wheels as I do, but this is the choices I really have. We're gonna put a ram, and I especially chosen a broken one just to show that the Santa, you know, is not the one to mess with. I was thinking about changing, you know, making this a little bit of a dyslexic. Dyslexic? I think that I'm right. You know, show and do the Satan clause. But I think that what do you say? Jack Black did it before me, so yeah, he just, you know, he did the spoof with the Satan clause, and I loved it. All right, let's see if those wheels, like, I want to keep them as they are, you know, on those little pegs, because if I gonna cut them, they're gonna be just too much inside. They're gonna look weird. So this is gonna be probably the worst connection on that entire build. Is the super glue going, or am I crazy? I don't know. Oh no, I have two more connection. No, not really. It doesn't connect there. Let's just put the super glue in here. And let's hope for the best. Ha! We have a literally a tiny bit of the lift on the back, which is great. And now for delivering, you know, the single bullets, yeah, for the holidays, we're gonna install the bullet delivery system. On the car, so just in here. You know, it's a little bit to the side, so the spent casings can fall to the ground, no problem. And then I have this Imperial backpack. I think it is from Imperial Guard tank or something. I know that there was like attachment in here, but I cut it off ages ago and then never used it. So we're just gonna toss it at the back of the car. It's gonna be Santa's emergency bullet supplies. And then ages ago I did bought this, you know, like a stand set of resin castings. They were like connected into 8, yeah, but obviously with me, you know, I have to break everything apart. There's like, I think this is like a fish, I'm not sure because it is so tiny. And in here I think they are carrots, but we're gonna put them as a little bit of a post-apocalyptic gifts. Well, not really gifts, you know, since Santa have to survive in the post-apocalypse, this is probably his supplies. Yeah, but you know, it's gonna look like gifts in here. At least for the raiders, you know, if the raiders want to mess with Santa, they're gonna try to take his gifts. He will give them the bullets. Yeah, everything goes around. Come on, and we're gonna try to stick this one in here. Let's just, it's not that clean on this bottom, so we can just maybe cut off a little bit of that, because I think it's gonna be too snug on the bottom. So this one gonna probably stick out. Yep. Let's just drop a little bit of super glue around it, just to seal it in. And we still have this, you know, with the, I don't know, they are like cabbages or something. Yeah, so we're gonna stick it on top. And I did green stuff, like an old pumpkin, you know, like I was working on this witch miniature, which I never finished. I have to finish it one day. So I just make a bunch of pumpkins and never use them anywhere. So I'm gonna use one in here just as a reminder that the Christmas isn't coming that far after Halloween. Well, 2 months is far, but still. And now, I'm just thinking, that if this is a, pimp exhaust, we can try to make, pimp engine, we can try to make some sort of a pimp exhausts in here, but I haven't built them yet. So I just gonna look for the materials and gonna be right back. I think that I have the right size for the extended exhaust. We're gonna be putting that in here and on the other side. So we're gonna try to cut it roughly into the same sizes. How much would I need? About yay much. So there we go. Somewhat fresh blade always helps. Somewhat because I use it already, but yep. And obviously, like always, I don't care if the cut is perfectly straight or not. We're gonna be using the rubber band as the pipe going, from the pipe to the front of the car. Yeah. And I think that this one gonna fit inside. Yep. So we need to bend it to make the end of the exhaust because I don't want it to be just straight pipe. So we're playing with fire today. There we go. And this one is just fine. That's how much of a bend I wanted. So we're gonna just cut it fairly short. And we're gonna do the same again, hopefully with the same great results, without burning my fingers. I think that I overheated this one a little bit, but generally they are almost the same angle, so I don't gonna be complaining about that. Yep, and we're just gonna cut it off in here. Again, fairly short cut, and just stick them out like this. Yeah, the elves did do stellar job at this. Oh, I love themed builds. They are just weird, when you talk about stuff. So now, yeah, we're gonna just throw it. Well, this is a cabrio, so it really doesn't matter if the exhaust pipe gonna be covering the front door. Yeah. And since post-apocalyptic Santa is still, an important presence, he have to ride in style. And something like that. Yeah, I always like to add these pipes. They are silly, but they give a little bit of a character to the car at the end of the day. So we're just gonna stick one in here, and then we're gonna pull it back. Do I want to pull it to the engine block? Yes. That's a stupid idea if I ever seen one, but yes. And then we're gonna curve it just around the wheel well. Yep. And then we're gonna grab the nippers and we're gonna cut it a little bit long so it can stick into the pipe. There we go. We're gonna force it in. Well, not force it, just push it. Push it. There we go. That's the first one. And we're gonna do the same. We cannot do the same. Huh. Huh. Now, putting that machine gun did abstract it there. Okay, let's try to remove that machine gun without breaking it, which is gonna be a challenge. go. And we're gonna do exactly the same on the other side. Then we're gonna have to think where to put that machine gun. So there we go. And again, we're gonna cut it a little bit longer. And very gently, put it in the pipe. Let's see if I can. Oh, that doesn't break the system, so that's completely fine. Just a little bit of sanding, and it's gonna be sitting on the passenger's doors. Makes some sort of a sense. Not really much, but yeah. Alright, and unfortunately I don't gonna introduce a mini of Santa into this because I don't have one. So let's just get to painting. I sprayed this little beast with a beige chalky paint. Not the best idea, but it is what it is. So first, the black pieces of course gonna have to be dry brushed. Just to, get that metallic thing. And, I'm using mithril silver just because I have the bottle out and I really want to get rid of the mithril silver. Well, at least that bottle, because I have like 2 more or 3 more. And I'm thinking about getting myself the, completely brand new set of paints. So yeah. And now I have to have a reason, yeah? Like, when you have 200 paints, you have to have a good excuse to buy new ones. Oh, and I just broke the car. Just my luck. I knew that it's gonna be vulnerable. Yeah? Just gonna have to reattach it after we finish the starting paint job. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna attach it in a few minutes after I finish with the main colors. So now obviously Santa Claus is a red color, yeah? So we're gonna be painting this entire car in a contrast Blood Angels red, because that's the best choice that I really have at the moment. Yeah, and then we're gonna be thinking about adding, something in white, because obviously we're gonna need some white accents just to tidy it up. And I don't want this to be extremely messy. I know that, contrast paints tend to be messy, but I think that on this chalky paint it's just gonna be a normal painting. Yep, it seems like it. It is a little bit bloodier than regular Santa Claus colors, but I guess it's okay. And obviously all of the little, chrome elements that used to be chrome, they're gonna become red as well. And I'm not gonna be bothering with the undercarriage, but as much as I can squeeze in there, I will redify it. So there we go, a little bit of red. Sorry, just not the most entertaining thing to watch. So I'm gonna be back after I have the red, and I'm gonna apply white to the pipes, yeah, because I want to have this white element, and then we're gonna continue with the boxes and the interior of the car. I went through like 3 different pots of white before I find the one that, oh my god, yeah, that isn't dry. So yeah, but yeah, now we're gonna get, like, I decided to leave the interior in beige. I painted the seats white. I know that it's probably barely visible. No, it's actually better on the camera than on the naked eye. Now we're just gonna paint all of those crates in brown, and that's probably one of the most challenging part of this entire paint job, because I have to fit that brush into places that I don't want to fit it. Yeah. Then just grab a tissue and clean that poor mat, because if it's gonna dry, it's gonna be disgusting. I'm gonna be honest, that chalky paint is literally drinking the other colors in, so even the speed paints don't have the usual effect. It might be a mistake to paint in this, but it could be good as a terrain paint. And of course we need to paint this big one. As you can see, I already used up a blob that I would be using for like 3 extra bits. So yeah, it's really paint thirsty. Like that big satchel, you know, that could be Santa's backpack. Whenever he is camping, you know, to drop some presents for the naughty kids. Sorry, just I'm trying to do it correctly, and I'm assuming that my fingers and my hand is going in the way, and I'm maneuvering this around like crazy. Okay, and we're gonna paint everything brown so I can actually ignore it for the future. I just have one brown surface, even though there are like cabbages and whatever else. I'm really sorry to the person who actually sculpted that. Yeah, I'm a horrible painter and I don't care about this. But now let's get that pumpkin. We have a Troll Slayer orange, which by far from all of the oranges is my favorite. It is blazing orange and Troll Slayer orange, 2 of my favorite orange colors, and they look so pumpkin. Especially this one. The Troll Slayer is a little bit more neon, but this one is just freakishly awesome, so I love it. Oh, I caught a little bit of brown, but you know, that pumpkin may start rotting on the outside already. There you go, that's the pumpkin. It was a quick one. And now I need my blue color, so let's just clean my palette. Oh, I'm tired. I should be sleeping already. And now the last touch, you know, since I didn't take out the glass before painting, before spraying, I need to make the glass looks normal. Alright, almost there, just on the inside. I don't gonna be bothering with the steering wheel because that steering wheel is horrible. Yeah, so that's what we have in here. And now just a final kind of horrific touch, but I'm gonna grab my paint water, which I haven't changed for a while, and all of those beiges, just drop that paint water on it. That's basically gonna be wash. Not the perfect one, but it's gonna bring this kind of, you know, dirty, washed up, yeah, mocky, you know, mix up colors stuff to the entire build, yeah. And we can just put it on everything, because once it dries, it's gonna look perfect. Alright, and now we're gonna have to give it time to dry. So I'll be back, you know, after I'm gonna watch for a while paint drying. And there is finished Santa's hot rod. It turned out quite well for, you know, with how much I was actually struggling with coming up with the idea. But, you know, kind of a Cadillac, you know, convertible, because I don't know what car it is, and, you know, a little bit of messing around did actually bring that red, white, you know, and the Christmas gifts, and a little bit of a Halloween, you know, spirit behind that. So yeah, it's I like it. It's something different, you know. I would like to put a crew into it, you know, just a Santa, you know, sitting there, but I just don't have any mini that would fit that kind of description. But if you like this video, please rate, comment, and subscribe, share with your friends, family, and whoever else want to watch it. And everyone have a great day and take care. Bye bye.